Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here from Allegory Gallery. How are you all doing? I hope I should have fixed my collar before I went on. I'm wearing a collared shirt today. It's so weird. How's everyone doing out there? Hello, Susie. I'm so fancy today. Yeah, hi. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I don't know what happened to our weekend. We had a class, and then I was at the store, and the weekend is gone. So we had a lot of fun though in Pittsburgh. That was Saturday, right? Saturday.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Saturday we had a class in Pittsburgh. Andrew was teaching a class in Pittsburgh at Contemporary Craft, and we taught some mark making and drawing on enamel. And we had a packed class. There were, what, 8 people?
8 students.
8 students in the class.
Age range from 13 to, I think, 68.
13 to about 68 was the age range. It was super nice, and really a great, like, multi-generational class. Like, there were people probably from 3 or 4 or 5 different generations throughout the class. So that was really cool. We had a really fun time, and
I'll be teaching again.
I'll be teaching again this weekend. Whew. So this weekend, it's going to be decals on enamel. This is all in Pittsburgh at Contemporary Craft.
There's still room.
There is still room in the decals class.
That one didn't fill up.
That one did not fill up. So if you would like to take that class and you're watching and you're like, I'm in Pittsburgh, I might want to see that or learn that, come on down. I'm going to help TA again, and I'll try to help keep things flowing and not get in the way more than I help keep things flowing. And we all have a lot of fun.
You did sass me on.
I did sass him once, maybe. Not really too much. You deserved more, but because you were a teacher, I tried to keep it calm.
I know. I should be complete
obedience.
Correct from my TA. No talk back.
No talk back. Holly is here with us. Holly Gibbs, thank you for joining us. That sounds interesting.
We had a good time.
We did have a good time.
It seemed like, I think nearly everybody made something good.
Yeah.
Some people, that was their first time enameling, so
it
took them a little bit to, jump on the horse. And
we started the class from the very beginning, like had never touched enamel before. So how do you prepare your metal? We went through preparing the metal to the whole enameling process, and then how to decorate that enameling that you've made. So it was really good.
I'll be teaching again in August, and that's Razzle Dazzle.
That's going to be the fun one. I mean, they're all fun, but Razzle Dazzle is going to be some very experimental stuff.
That nobody's ever taught before.
Nobody's ever taught before.
It's going to be, I know of, because I cooked it up, and this stuff's brand new. So
yeah. So if you want to learn some experimental stuff and play around, that's going to be in August at Contemporary Craft. And then after that is going to be another class that he'll be teaching, which is mold making. He's doing a reboot of the mold making class that we did in February.
It sold out, and so they asked me to teach it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to streamline it, though, so that people have a little bit more time to work. I asked them from a full-day class so that people have more time to work.
Yeah, we had a full-day class this weekend, and that was good.
And we still
could have used more time.
We still could have gone longer. But.
Yeah. But also, this next class is going to be a shorter class, a half-day class.
So we're gonna
cook with all engines, cook with all burners. I don't know.
I don't know if you're cooking with an engine. If you're cooking with the engine, I'll probably
skip that. So yeah, that's gonna be. We're gonna hit the ground running. This is gonna be on the 8th. So if you want to join us in Pittsburgh on July 8th, sign up today. We have a blog post.
July 8th.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No. It's the 5th is the decals.
Oh, 5th is the decals.
9th is Razzle Dazzle.
9th is Razzle Dazzle. So
And
don't
then
mind me. 5th.
Mixed Media and powder coating at Peters Valley. I think I need 2 more signups to make sure it goes. And I hope
That's in New Jersey.
that people sign up for that so that I can, because I think that's nice when you have a longer format class like that.
Mm-hmm. Norma's here, says hello. So the pics from the class looked fun. They were.
Yeah.
Fun. It was fun. It was a fun class, and people had a lot of fun. And you know, the thing with enameling is that not everything always works out, right? Especially when you're trying new things. We had people learning from complete beginners, and everyone was okay with it. You know, if things worked out, they worked out, which was great, and sometimes they don't. And everybody was very chill about it, and we're just having fun experimenting and playing around. So that was good. It was a really fun class. So that was Friday or Saturday. And then on Sunday, I was up at the store. Andrew was home working on things, either home or at the cottage. I don't know. I think he was at both. I was at, well, he was at both because I met him later in the day. But our friend Jen, who many of you know from our tutorials and from helping us out at the shop, Jen stopped up with our friend Diane and came to hang out with me at the store. So that was really nice. I got to chat with them. They stayed for a few hours and we just caught up and talked about what's going on in our lives and all that good stuff. So that was really good. And it was nice to see them. And it helped me pass the time while I was packing and wrapping up there at the shop. So thank you to them for stopping in. And it was really nice to see them. And then I came home. And on my way home, I noticed Andrew was at the cottage. So I stopped by. And he was working on some enamel on steel trials.
Mm-hmm. You can show those.
Yeah, let's show them.
Let me get it.
All right. Yeah, so he was working on that. I was trying to help him. I don't know how much help I was, but we also set up or got the air compressor kind of sort of set up here a little bit, at least ready to go for some things. And we stamped out some or pressed out. We used the hydraulic press. I used the hydraulic press to press out some domed pendants out of copper for him. I do a lot of the prep work for him sometimes, and so I took small sheets of copper and was pressing out. We have things for the hydraulic press, and we can press out different sizes of domes, rounds and ovals and all that out of various metals. So I pressed out some copper domes for him to start working on while he was trying the experiments with the steel. We normally enamel on silver or copper, and so steel is a kind of newish process and it needs a different kind of enamel. So Andrew was able to get some different enamels to start kind of playing around with and working on. So we played around with that a little bit last night until about, I would say about 10:30 at night. And then I went home to start cooking food. And I finally made the stir fry I've been talking about making. So I made stir fry last night, and at about 11 or 11:30, I think it was, I let Andrew know that the food was going to be ready soon. So he made his way home, and then we kind of ate together, watched a little bit of TV, and I called it a night, but I don't think he actually went to bed last night. So I'm not sure what all he was doing in the middle of the night, but I was sleeping or trying to. I had cats at the door waking me up at various points in time. The girls have been super cute since they were spayed. I don't know what it is about it, but They've been even more clingy than normal, probably because they went through something a little traumatic. I mean, it is a pretty intense surgery, and so ever since then, they've been very clingy to me. But I'm also I'm also white daddy who spoils them, so I think that's also part of it. And I'm the food bringer. Um, Andrew usually leaves that up to me because he's up later at night, and if he fed them, they would nonstop be asking him for food as he was trying to work. So they've been very clingy and very cute, and I like it. But sometimes they wake me up at weird hours at night, clawing on the door. Hello, Kimberly. Thank you for joining us. Holly says stir fry sounds yum. Yeah, we're gonna have leftovers today. Andrew had a little bit for lunch. Then he made me a little egg sandwich, so I had that. Holly says, meow. Yes, they know. They do, right? All right, let's flip this camera around. We're gonna take a look at some of these trials. Are y'all on the Patreon? Because I think Andrew showed some stuff.
Not yet.
Not yet?
I showed some stuff, but not this stuff.
Not this stuff.
If you do join the Patreon, I'll go over my findings.
In more detail.
Correct.
You get the detail in the Patreon.
So this is the first one. It's so if you've never enameled on steel is a little bit tricky because of the oxides that come off. So normally with steel, you have to do what's called a ground coat. And the ground coat covers it and either has something that dissolves the oxides, like cobalt, or it has a porcelain which helps it to stick to the steel. So normally you don't get transparent enamels. So there's an artist named Kat Cole, and she imported these enamels from France. It's an artist who kind of figured it out, and so I got these from her, and I've been wanting to play with them for the past couple years, or maybe a year, probably a little bit over a year. And there's not really a lot of information about them out there, so it's not like you can like go on YouTube and dig up the research.
Mm-mm.
So we had to do a lot of like trial and error to kind of figure things out. And the first couple experiments, they are all right, but there's issues. Like you can see, they're kind of dark. The transparent isn't that clear. There's little bubbles in some of them. So there's some issues. But by the end of it, I started dialing in kind of the understanding of it.
And this one was done a number of times because it had cracks in it and lots of issues that he fixed. But I found these fascinating and I love them, says Kimberly.
Of course, you like the busted ones,
right? Kimberly always likes the ones Andrew like. These are busted. Those are the ones she wants all the time.
So this is
starting to get clearer.
This is where I started.
You can see the pattern
in the understanding.
Kind of patterning that you can see under there on that metal.
That's etched steel.
And then even more on this one. Very few bubbles here left. Just got a few imperfections.
And I think when you're enameling on steel, there's always going to be something.
And here, look at these.
That's when I started dialing it in.
Look at this beautiful color. Look at these cutouts too, y'all.
These are based off of my original drawings.
Andrew drew these, and then they're all cut out. And these are going to be something you might start seeing more of. Gibbon says, I love the perfect ones too, but there's something about the trials that talk to me.
Well, they talk to me. Usually it's don't use me.
They say different things to different people, I guess. Look at this. Look how smooth this one is.
So I'm learning. And then This one I tried to grind the surface in different patterns.
And you can definitely see that.
And
It reflects the light in different ways.
yeah, so I need to figure out how to, maybe I'll etch them. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I think that's like a good first kind of step towards,
Understanding.
yeah.
Hello, Suzanne. As artists, we are our own worst critics.
Well, I don't really think of these as, they're done as a test. So
Suzanne says, look at that fantastic bee.
thanks.
Yeah, these are not meant for the wild.
No.
These are...
I mean, these may be at the top because they have pin backs already. But I don't know. That's something I have to think about. I'm gonna do some more trials maybe tonight if we finish early enough. It started raining here. I don't know if you can hear it in the background.
Yeah, it is.
But it is something that like I started to learn more. I'm learning more and more about the different qualities of the different materials. So it's really helpful for me to understand these different things because I'm kind of piecing all these parts together. And like I said, they before I didn't go to like a regular program for this. So I've been learning through books and through workshops and through my own experiments. So it's kind of exciting for me because I can start to problem solve. And it's funny is even though I'm relatively new, people are asking me for advice on stuff,
Whoa.
which I think is pretty wild. They value the work that I've been putting into understanding these different processes.
Yeah, so soon.
And I think it's like when you have somebody who's in a higher up capacity in our industry ask me questions about stuff. It is something that is pretty kind of cool.
Yeah. Anna is here. Says, those look fun, Andrew.
Thanks.
Suzanne says, we've been under a flood watch since 4, but it just started to rain here. We had a flash thunderstorm earlier today, and it lasted for like 2 minutes, and now the rain's here, it sounds like. Leslie Pope is here. Hello, Leslie.
Howdy.
Says, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you as well.
Hopefully you're doing well. I miss you a long time, Leslie.
Suzanne says, that is great, Andrew.
Thanks. Yeah, so I'm figuring things out. I'm going to try to do some more tests tonight. I don't know what we're going to get up to.
Hello, Julie.
Which Julie?
Julie Peterson.
Howdy.
Julie says, even as a test, it is still your art, and you are trying new things and expanding your techniques. You are extremely talented.
Thanks.
He's great at taking compliments, y'all.
I said thank you.
I know. He's always shy about that, though.
Well, it's not really shy. It's called generational trauma.
Well, I wasn't going to get into that.
I know, everybody cries.
I call it shy. Philly's waiting for the 3rd round of storms, says Leslie.
Yeah, we got it right now. It's sending it over.
I know. It's 114 in my house, says Julie.
Thanks. No way.
I went out today and mowed our yard at the house. I didn't get out here to the cottage, and did some weed eating because our sidewalks were being taken over. So I weed eated and trimmed down the sidewalks.
What happened to our edger?
It's here, I believe. No, it's at the store.
Oh.
It's up at the store.
Well, let's use it at the store.
He says, let's use it. Hint, hint, you need to.
And
Barbara's here. Hello, Barbara. Says, hey, y'all, finally made it in to hang out. Thank you for hanging out.
So we should also mention that since it's 4th of July weekend, we're going to be closed in the physical store on Friday. We probably won't have a live on Friday either.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, we're going to be closed. We might as well take Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to be closed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the store. So all weekend, Friday's 4th of July. That's always a day that, people are doing outside stuff.
And even when we were in our established spot, nobody came
Nobody
in
came
on 4th
on.
of July weekend.
No. And that was even in a tourist town. So, and then Saturday is Andrew's class. So we'll be in Pittsburgh on Saturday.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I hope people really enjoy it. I know it's probably going to be a smaller class. I haven't heard so far. I need to get in contact with Maria and get the most up-to-date numbers. But I did, so I was going to send out resources before the class, but I only got the class roster the night before with the email addresses. So I'm going to have to do that maybe tomorrow.
For the previous class.
Yeah. And then
because we got to send out the resources.
And,
you work really hard at expanding your knowledge. I love that about you as an artist, says Anna.
Thanks. It's something that I haven't always done. I mean, I guess I've done it in small capacities, but I've only really started to get serious about expanding my educational knowledge since the pandemic. And since the pandemic, I've really put a priority on taking classes and working with other artists and really kind of understanding metal, different types of metal, and how to work with it. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Leslie says, I love the new website.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. That is another thing that happened today. If you missed that. So we've been talking about ever since the big reset, we talked about redoing the website. And I've been working on it behind the scenes and working on it. And instead of waiting for everything to be perfectly done, we decided to launch it today.
Well, we had a soft relaunch when we opened the store back up.
Yeah.
But we haven't had a great big grand reveal because we're still kind of tweaking things.
Yeah. So the website is up. It looks very different. We are putting our personalities first instead of product first.
So we work with a lot of different business coaches or have worked in the past, and we get website evaluations as part of that. And one of the things that they've said is, oh, well, we love your website, but it's very product first. And we would love to see more of the people behind the product instead of just product.
And it's very true because we got so used to people finding us either through the store first or through social media first. And you get a pretty good idea of who we are that way. But now that we're kind of, the store has kind of taken a backseat to the online. And so the physical store. And so the more and more people are finding us through things like Google. Our SEO is better. Things are popping up more on Google. We're getting a lot of first-time buyers and people that we don't recognize their names from social media anymore. And when they come to our shop, they have no idea who we are. They have no idea where their stuff is coming from. They don't know if we're a big business, a small business, where we're based. We've always thought that as a small business, it's important that you know your customers and your supporters and that they get to know you. And we were falling behind a little bit on that front. And it felt like, I wrote this in our blog post today, it felt like we were trying to do the hard sell, like, here's all our products, go buy them now. Instead of
that's not really who we are.
That's not who we are. And it started to feel too commercial instead of more like transactional with people and less intimate. So we kind of rethought what we wanted on the website.
It may change. We'll see.
It will change as things go and as people give us feedback. And, it is definitely, the products are not in front anymore. So I'm waiting to see from people whether they like that, whether they're using. I don't know how we don't get stats like how many people are using the shop tab, and how many people are finding things from the homepage versus from like using the search bar. So
Well, kind of. But one of the things about that is that we've noticed over the years of having the online store is it's called right sizing. So sometimes you can have like a gajillion items,
mhm,
and what happens is you just kind of bloat on inventory, and nobody even knows that you have all this stuff. So there's like I go through every single page of a website, but I know that not everybody does that.
no,
So we want to create an environment that we know we're driving traffic to certain items, and we're going to try to incorporate that into our lives a little bit more, live events, and try to incorporate that into our other marketing kind of efforts so that people we're driving the traffic towards certain things anyways.
mhm,
It means that we can be a little bit more mindful about our selections, and kind of create a more curated space.
yep. Sorry, everybody, the camera flipped.
You know what's up with StreamYard lately?
I don't think it's I think it's my phone, to be honest,
Oh, really?
because it happens on both services we had, and it only happens on my phone.
No, it happened on
Oh,
my
did it happen on
phone.
yours? Okay, then maybe it is
Too much.
too
I was
much.
getting
Okay,
driven wild, crazy.
okay. I
with
thought it was
that.
just mine because I was like, maybe it's just a glitch in my phone somewhere. I was thinking I may need to reinstall everything, but
Mm,
Dale is here. Says good evening, welcome back. Congrats on all the changes.
thanks.
Norma says I love the new website.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Anna says that's what the small business shopper likes, to know who the owners are and what they stand for. I think
Yeah.
so. And
Well, the other thing is that we were kind of, we got cautioned, and we should have listened to who was giving us the advice, because the advice that we were getting given was not necessarily by people who A, shopped with us,
right.
or B, cared really. They were, I think in their heart they had good intentions, but they would be like, oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to let them know that you're gay because then they won't buy from you.
Yeah, it was all about, trying to keep that hush hush.
And well, but we both live our lives openly and not in the closet, so it's
Right.
kind of silly
Yeah.
when we're like trying to like tiptoe around the obvious,
Right.
and
Or
so,
tiptoeing in certain spots.
yeah. And
Like if you come into the store and you ask about Andrew's Art in the Wall, he says, oh, my husband does that. But if you find us online, there may be very little mention of that. Well, not anymore.
And so anyways, it's we had a conversation about this, like, why are we like pandering to homophobes? Like, it doesn't
Like
make
worrying
sense.
if they are offended by our
Oh well, go clutch your pearls somewhere else. I don't care. You're
Right.
not buying anything anyways.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the people who complain genuinely are the people who are homophobic, and it's almost always the people who complain are the people who don't align with our kind of ideology.
Yeah,
So,
and instead of being able to complain about that, they complain about whatever else.
they're like, oh, if I can't get them about this, then I'll get them about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's just annoying. And if we can weed those people.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else.
Well, the thing is, too, is
go.
you don't want people buying a bunch of stuff on your website, then watching your live and finding out that we're gay and married, and then saying something on the live, or, being disruptive and all of that. So it's good that in every place people just know. And you can choose to support us that way, or you can choose to take your business elsewhere.
And it's not like we have like roll around nickety doodah on your beads.
Yeah.
It's not like
the beads don't go in the bedroom with us. Like
no,
it's
something else.
That's a different website. Leslie said I had 2 consultants told me to change my business name because it's too ethnic. I believe that. That's what you have to be careful, because you can either live who you are,
Mm-hmm.
or you can listen to people who are, like Andrew said, in their hearts, I think they're trying to protect you, but they're also operating from like
A place of fear
a place of fear,
scarcity.
or also like a past viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like 80s or 90s talk, as far as we were being told not to be too gay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not,
Well, they're trying to walk us back in the closet.
yeah,
And so I've always been like, I don't want to do that. But you know what? Whether we liked it or not, we were still doing
we
it
were
to
doing
some
it.
degree.
Yeah.
So this is us basically coming out again.
Coming out again. Welcome
Like
to Allegory Gallery.
Middle-aged gay men.
Middle-aged gay men coming out again. Haven't had.
What I think is hilarious is there are people who will they talk about how they love certain companies, but they don't know, and they're like, "Oh, I can't support. I love the sinner, but not the sin." But then they don't know because about some of their favorite companies being a certain, Anyways, I digress. Mercury's getting retrograde.
Oh, is it?
It's getting there.
Yeah. Suzanne says people are constantly asking me what my religion is when they find out I teach yoga. It's not their business.
Well, who cares?
Right? Right? And yeah, it's really nobody's business what we are or do, but also we don't want to have to feel like we need to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Or worry about that we're going to have this backlash of all of these people because I didn't know about this.
Well, for years we'd never put a pride flag in our business because we were afraid that somebody's going to break our windows.
Yeah.
Like we don't put it on our house because we don't want somebody to burn our house down.
Yeah.
And not to bring it down, but the violence against LGBTQIA plus and other minorities has gone up in recent years. So I mean, there is something to be said to being cautious.
Mm-hmm.
However, oh well, I don't care. Whatever. I'll get a job at somewhere else.
I don't think you have to get a job somewhere else.
If it doesn't work out.
If it doesn't work out.
All right, let's
So,
get on.
We're going to do a Total Request Live tonight, y'all.
Now, we had some previous requests, and I'm going to try to pull those. So, do you have your
You got
number?
some ideas? No, I don't. Let me... I think we can just do TRL. How about that?
We've had TRL before.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, and that's all done.
Well,
All packed
yeah,
and
give it
shipped
to
by
me.
now. Give what to you?
my stuff.
Your stuff. Those are the ones with the pointies. And this is LOL. I have a pride flag on my car dash, and yes, I might get hate for it, but hope not.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's one of the things. We want to be smart, but not also kowtow to people.
Yeah.
And live authentically and in alignment with our.
Yeah, if something feels dangerous, like we're well aware of that, and we tune into that pretty quickly. But at the same time, there's no reason to, I think, in this day and age, to hide who we are, just to try to, get sales or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like Leslie says, that just makes me so mad.
Yeah.
All
right. Let's look at beads.
Let's look at beads and not be mad, right?
So happy.
And this is exactly caution is smart. Yeah.
Caution, but also I'm not gonna start hiding.
No,
Like,
we're not going back in the closet.
No.
All right.
So we got some requests for those shaped beads. Leslie, you probably have tutorials on how to use all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know Leslie, her name is Twisted Sister, and it's on, I don't know, are you on the Etsy or are you on your own website?
How much for these?
Two. I can do $2 on these.
$2 and just one of this one, right?
Hold up.
Okay.
I'm finding the way.
So these are these little
They're called Tango.
tangos.
They're 2 hole and they're from the Czech Republic.
2-hole Czech Republic. And this is TRL1. If you'd like to purchase from this video, y'all know how to do it, right? Take down the lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. I guess I should put that banner up. Also, let us know in the comments if there's something you're looking for, and we will try to find it. That's what Total Request Live is all about, finding things that you request. I'm going to take this away, though, because it takes up a lot of room.
Which one?
Let us know in the comments what you're looking for.
Oh, wow.
And these holes, just so you know, like you would think the holes go this way. They do not. They go here to here.
Can y'all hear the rain in the background or no?
Leslie says on my own website.
Nice.
So these are tangos, $2, and you get the lot of them. I think there's one of this bright orange available. I didn't bring my iPad or anything to look. I don't know why I keep forgetting that.
Well, guess what? I didn't.
You didn't.
What?
What'd you brought it?
Yeah.
You brought the computer, didn't you?
The laptop. What?
Anna says, I can hear the rain. It sounds nice.
It
It rains.
Nice,
It
but
is.
It does make me.
It rains like every day.
It makes me a little bit clench up a little bit because our building's not 100% weather tight, and so sometimes that causes issues.
Julie says, never heard of tango beads.
Well, they're kind of like a different kind of triangle.
Yeah, they're cool actually, and we have them in bunches of colors. So we're going to go through them. Try and leave the penny here. This is considered a pastel Bordeaux. We've had this in some of the other oddly shaped ones we've had recently. This pastel Bordeaux, really pretty. So those are available, $2 per pack. 4 packs of those. TRL3. And then we have, looks like luminous amethyst. I don't know what all these abbreviations are, but I'm going to choose to believe that that's luminous amethyst. It's Lumi amethyst. If I can get the bag open. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying here. Sometimes these little plastic bags, I like when the bags, when one is lower on the side than the other. Sometimes I have a really hard time when they're both the same size. How about you? Look at this luminous amethyst. And again, the holes in these, just to show you, they don't go through the long, there you can see this one because it's transparent. You can actually see how the holes
Aquí.
go through. Oh, gracias.
De nada. We're practicing the wrong language.
I know, I was going to say, where's the echo?
Echo, here.
Grazie.
Echo el computer.
Grazie. And there's 5 of these.
Echo el computer piccolo.
El tuo computer. Piccolo.
Small computer.
Small computer. Laptop.
I don't know if that's how you say laptop.
I don't know how you say that.
Applicazione.
Applicazione.
Clearly, I've not been very good with my practice. I just basically do my lessons so that I don't get yelled at by the owl.
The duo owl. It is a little bit annoying, right?
But I sound ridiculous. Oh well, know thyself.
Know thyself. Know thyself, he says.
That red one, you can swap it out for that.
Which one?
Over there, that red cord that's not plugged in kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. You probably won't need it.
He likes to live dangerously.
Well, this is a really long battery.
Well, he likes to live dangerously and not plug anything in. And I'm like,
Okay. So
You
far,
sure about that?
these are available.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Do you like these, everybody?
We got requests for shape. I don't know if the person who requested them is watching. But the last Total Request Live, we got somebody said they wanted, because we had some other triangle shaped beads, and people said they wanted to see the other ones. And then I was like, people are going to get so bored if all we do is just show the same, the
seed beads.
shaped seed beads.
I know.
And we're having them about 30% off of retail.
This one is a pastel white.
Like a pearlescent.
It's nice to see all the available colors, though. Yeah, I think that's another thing people do. Norma says, I'm waiting to see all the colors. Yeah. There's a lot, so get ready.
There's not that many.
Dell says, guess where my son and family are? They're in the Italian Alps and then to Sardinia.
Nice.
Third baby on the way and their 10-year wedding anniversary. They took 2 children also. Ciao.
Yeah, we're still hoping to go. We had some stuff come up, so we had to take the money that we saved for our tickets and put it towards those unexpected bills.
Mm-hmm. It'll work out, right?
Did we have any requests?
Anybody have any requests so far? So far, I haven't seen any, unless I missed them in the comments. Suzanne says, I just don't know how to use them, but the colors are great.
If we sell them, I might do a tutorial.
Yeah. I'll figure out something with them. Pastel Aqua. This is TRL5. Helps if I put the paper down. There's only one of these available. And the Pastel Aqua. So only one of 1 and 1 of 5. Um, 6mm hematite rounds. Other 4 to 6 rounds in stone, wood, and glass, says Anna. So far, that's the first request in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's a lot of this one. 10 of these. And this is considered the silver, and it says pretty unexciting and basic. Laughing.
I wasn't gonna say it.
That said a lot, though.
You know, that's not my favorite.
He likes you to all to pick the weird stuff while
I
we're doing it.
know.
Who cares what you actually need?
Wow, that's good too. Let me see the calipers.
Oh, these are dead. He's got to use the real ruler.
Well, maybe this is 5. Is this 5?
6.
Those silver ones are real pretty.
Those silver ones are pretty. And then this is a coral bronze, it's called. Coral bronze. Those are super pretty. Huh? Oh.
Alexa, turn on Andrew's room.
And then we have everyone's favorite, the pastel cream. We have 13 of these. Pastel cream. Which is like a buttercream. Really pretty. And then, let's see, did I do those? I did those. I did not do these. So I'm going to move these over just a little because we have, I think, exactly 10. So we're going to do rows of 5. Keep the requests coming if anybody's got any other requests.
I found some hematite, but it's not rounds.
This is considered Cocoa Pearl.
Hmm.
Very
I would
interesting
have called that
names.
matte silver.
I know, right? Cocoa Pearl.
There's
Matte
a
silver.
slight brown.
There is a slight brown to it. There
I
really
mean, a
is.
slight tan. A kiss.
Yeah. It's pretty color, says Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Norma says it's hard to type email while eating corn on the cob. Oh boy. What are y'all eating out there?
I'm hungry.
Andrew's been hungry
I know.
all day. He even made some kind of cake or something.
No, it's like pudding.
Oh, a pudding.
But it's not, the blueberries didn't cook down as well as I would have hoped.
So this is TRL 9 for those.
So it's like a slop.
So we're just going to put it in a bowl and eat it.
Yeah, I think we should maybe get like cookies or something and then crunch it up because I think that'll make it something nice.
Ah,
Right now it's just kind of mush.
all right.
Berry mush.
Berry mush. What's underneath it?
Then more of the extra of the cream cheese.
Oh, the cream cheese cheesecake. He made a cheesecake last night too. A no-bake cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the last one of these colors. And this is considered butter pecan or butter pecan.
How do you say it? Pecan or pecan?
I say pecan. Normally, I said pecan that time listening to you. Normally, I say pecans.
Pecan.
Pecan. Is it a
May I have some
pecan?
pecans on tea? We call it ant.
Pecan.
We get the pecans from our aunt.
I do say aunt. I don't say aunt.
Mm.
But I do say pecan.
Oh, I see something coming through.
Oh, there they come. All right. We've got some requests for 1, 3, and 5.
One's done.
One is gone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, I need bags.
Wow.
Well. I really don't want huge bags, but I will use them if I have to. Oh, look at that. Always looking for more of those.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a nightmare.
It does. You should do something about it.
I try, and then it's like the sand fills back into the hole.
It does. Barbara says, I ate corn I grew in my garden last night.
How was it?
Suzanne had faux chicken and baked fries.
You know, I had chicken nuggets like every day last week, and for a while I was like, and now I'm like, I need some of them chicken nuggets.
It got you addicted. Let's see. 5 is also sold out, so that one is gone. Thank you. Yeah, how was that corn?
Was it like a
I almost bought some corn from the grocery store. They had it on sale, but I feel like it's not on sale quite good enough yet.
The Amish is tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
They usually have corn that's good.
Yeah.
If you get there early.
Barbara says, I ate 4 years Silver Queen. Oh, Silver Queen is my favorite. That's what my grandfather used to plant. It is the best. The best. We sold a 9 and an 8 as well. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants any of these, get them soon because we're moving on. Up, up, and away, y'all. Up, up, and away. I had a BLT with heirloom tomatoes with my corn.
That sounds
Ooh,
good.
that sounds really good.
I miss a good BLT, let me tell you.
Andrew was sitting on the couch today thinking about food, and he's like, I think I want meat.
And I probably need protein, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The two is
IDB
mm-hmm.
got the home screen.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was Tallulah.
She's fine.
She's fine. Okay, 3 is gonna go away here. 3 is that beautiful luminous amethyst. Anybody else have any requests? Things they're looking for in life, in their bead life? There's only 2 of 4, so this, if you like that pearlescent white, grab that. There's still 2 of those available, I think. Let's see here. We've sold a 2, 3, 6, 7, 2 9s, and a 10. Thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Suzanne says all the girls are cone free. Yes, they are. They're all cone free now. Took Tallulah's cone off. Was it yesterday or the day before? And then right away, she did something to her eye.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a little mark on her eye. She runs and beats up Gilbert. So I don't know if they had a little spat.
I think it's from her eye getting
Her eye watering.
weepy.
Yes, her eye was watering a lot.
And she wasn't able to clean it with the cone.
Yeah. We kept wiping it for her, but there's only so much you can do. Norma says, I'm not a big fan of summer except for
BLT.
the farm market at the end of my street. I got Georgia peaches today, too. That will be dessert.
I want some Chambersburg peaches.
Chambersburg peaches.
There's a peach truck that drives around, but we never get to go to it. All right. Any more requests?
Hold on. Blocking a no face, asking questions about people. Okay.
A no face.
No face on Facebook. I think it's one of those guys that ask, huh? Yeah, one of the bots. They pretend to be a guy asking questions. Hey, you look familiar.
Oh, great.
I know. Now they're coming on the lives.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Get out here.
I know.
Nobody wants you.
Right.
You
don't need to know where people are, who they are, what they're doing. Not here. People don't owe you that. Trying to be sneaky.
Alright. Anyways. What else do you want?
Anybody have any requests?
I'm allowed to ask.
Huh?
I'm allowed to ask.
You're allowed to ask? What do you want?
Otherwise, this total request file is going to be so for it.
What are y'all doing? Y'all been quiet today. A little bit quiet. What y'all up to? Anybody got any stories to tell? You do anything fun over the weekend? That's not an empty bag. Anna says carved beads. Anna's got the requests. Rounds, carved beads. Okay.
I saw a picture you took of me from behind, and apparently the back of my head is getting fat.
Who?
You.
I took a picture from the behind?
Uh-huh. And I noticed that there was like a roll on my. And I was like, I didn't know you could have that on the back of your head.
What made you think of that?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
You were asking for stories.
That was the story, all right. What you got down there for me?
You
Oops.
said you wanted 6mm rounds. This is moss agate.
Moss agate, 6mm. Our thing doesn't work here, but you can see 6mm.
It's a round, 6mm round.
Tree agate. And how much?
$10.
$10? That sounds good. I was going to do 12, so you gave me a deal. Anna went to Pride on Saturday, had a fun time.
Oh, good.
Nice.
In Minneapolis.
Oh, Sandra just joined us. Says hello. Hello.
Howdy.
Hello, Sandra. It's Total Request Live. Get your requests in. These are tree agate. Beautiful 6mm rounds. TRL 11. TRL 12 coming up. Hematite. So these are little hematite eggs.
I couldn't find any hematite rounds, at least not right away. I feel like we've shown those like dozens of times at this point.
I don't remember seeing these ones though, so these are different.
No, they're hiding.
They were hiding. Little rice beads, more like it.
Here's this.
Here's this one. How much are the rice ones?
How come just show it?
Huh?
Oh, the squares.
Well,
they can get ready.
So they can get ready. They gotta get ready for this one too.
Well, they can get ready. We'll do multiple at a time. So how about this? This isn't hematite, but it's gunmetal, and it goes with it. And kind of roses. Somebody else bought some roses.
So here's hematite in these rectangles.
8, 8, and 4.
Okay, I gotta remember that. 8. TRL 13. 8.
So car. What else do you
14. 4.
I got only one request. No in car.
Let's see here. Oops. I turned in the library bingo card today along with the ukulele. I will not be a ukulele player, says Norma. I also got the fall summer edition bingo sheet. So here we go again.
Okay. I'm listening to T. Kingfisher and the Clockwork Boys. I listened to Sword Heart, which is in that same universe, and I guess that one came out after the Clockwork Boys. And I have to say the Sword Heart is far superior.
And it says, I've gotten a bunch of sizes, need little ones. Vicky says, what's the smallest goldstone beads you have? I need small, like 3 or 4 millimeter. Norma says, Lexington Pride had about 20,000. The people staffing our church booth said it was great, but very hot. I didn't go because of the heat.
We had 5,000 in
Yeah, we did. All right. 11 has sold out. 12 has sold out. 13 has sold out. Thank you all so much. Andrew found some good picks there for y'all.
What is it? What did I do?
You found some good picks. 11, 12, and 13 so far have all sold. And 14 just sold out. They all sold out. You gotta replenish the pad. You gotta replenish the pad here now, Andrew.
They like it fast and furious.
I guess so.
All right, I'm gonna try to do my best.
I don't know if I can. Let me try and keep up here.
Well, I'm not ready. So.
um,
Of course.
Anna said, that's great, Norma. Norma says, but also had Pride service in church on Sunday along with a Pride potluck, and both were good. That's awesome.
So carved beads.
Carved beads, 3 to 4 millimeter goldstone.
3 to 4 millimeter goldstone. I don't know if I have that.
That's a rare one. I don't see it that small very often.
No.
Our Pride parades were earlier in the month, says Suzanne. I might go to a protest tomorrow. Nice.
Carved beads.
Okay, I'm clearing the decks here because Andrew, once he gets stuff to me, is fast and furious.
What else do you want?
What else? Any other requests? Keep Andrew looking. I could use Drew. Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anna says I could use Drooks in 4 to 8 millimeter.
More round.
More rounds. Just another way of saying round.
Oh,
She's
no.
trying to get you in a different way.
Oh, looky here. Mommy, daddy, baby.
You got
Who's a
mommy, daddy,
manifester?
baby. Oh
Who's a
my.
manifester? The tiniest little
Goldstone.
goldstone that you ever done saw in your whole existence?
Vintage always has my heart, says Anna. Andrew found you some tiny, tiny goldstone.
And then think that was
It might even be smaller than the 3 to 4 millimeter.
it is. The thing is like dirt,
It's like dirt.
but shiny. Now, how to get this out the
Anna says,
container.
sorry, but they are useful.
Mm.
What does use have to do with Total Request Live? Look at those. Tiny, tiny.
Where did the triangle
tiny.
go?
Oh, I think I took it back. Let me go get it.
It's going to take me a minute to extricate this out that container.
One at a time.
No, it's going 5 at a time.
5 at a time. Still a lot of them. This whole place, we've got one triangle.
I'm sure there's more. Manifest it.
Well, at least we've got one for the show.
I know. Hey, I like a challenge.
Andrew does like a challenge.
Sometimes
Look
it
how
happens.
excited you got when you manifested that.
Correct.
He said that just
Because
gave him energy again.
it's like boring stuff. It doesn't like
He's like,
it doesn't fill me with the excitement in my heart.
he's
But
like,
you know what else? Here you go. I also got some little itty bitty tiny.
the hematite?
Correct. It's faceted though, so you may not want faceted round hematite.
That sounds like it's more rare.
They look like those old
Hello,
French
Michelle.
beads.
Good to see you here.
Oh, you missed all the shaped seed beads.
Vicky says, love those tiny goldstone. Anna says, I'm trying to be good. Suzanne says, any pyrite?
Maybe. See, it's hard to get them out.
It is. Those containers are not sloped in any way.
No, and so you have to will them out. I'm doing this one finger at a time.
One finger at a time.
Pressing them into my dehydrated
Boy, if
finger.
we had multiples of a lot of this stuff.
What is it?
11 we could have sold 2 of. 12,
Which one was it?
That was the tree agate.
That's it. There's only one for now.
12 we could have sold 2 of. That was the rice hematite. 13 we only had 1 request for. 14 though, that chain we could have sold 3 times.
I'm almost ready.
You're almost ready?
No.
No. How much you want to charge for these? I get the papers ready.
I could do maybe 8 for the. I think that's good. 8 for the goldstone.
Yeah, that's a special thing. And that's super good goldstone. Like, I've never seen goldstone, one, so dark and so bright.
What do you want for this?
16. Yeah, there's a. Yeah.
This is less rare. But they are faceted, so. And maybe one day I'll get the. Oh!
Michelle says, was asleep because of the heat.
Mm.
Vicky says, hi, Norma. I was looking forward to you serenading us with the ukulele. Me too, for the next make-along. I figured you'd be a pro by then.
Well, didn't you get artwork of the singing with like a little ukulele?
Yeah, right?
Were you manifesting it? Gotta be
See,
careful.
I know. I'm going to be a virtuosa. Oh. Okay. So the tiny, tiny, tiny goldstone. And I want to show you this goldstone because I don't know if you can see it from down there, but it is bright. And it is like it's deep in color, but those flashes are luminous. Luminous. So there's one of those available, TRL 15, and that has sold, and 16 has sold. So they both sold out. Thank you so much. What else can we manifest for you?
Manifest request live.
Manifest request. We will manifest your request.
There was pyrite. I did see it somewhere.
Maybe that pyrite's coming up soon for you, Suzanne. We'll see. So I'm going to show you. I know this is sold already, but I'm going to show you this because it's pretty cool. The faceted hematite. Small rounds. They're so... Look how colorful they are. Look at all those colors in them. So pretty. Norma says, Vicky, even YouTube couldn't help me. Ukulele is definitely not my thing. It made me want to pull out my dulcimer and try that again. I took lessons, but didn't get that far. Didn't practice enough. Well, pull out that dulcimer then. Sandra's still looking for 6mm lapis.
It is still gonna happen.
Still hasn't manifested.
Is it smaller?
Huh? That is about the same. No, it's a little bit larger. It's very close, though. It's about the same size.
Well, we undercharged a lot.
I know. It's like, oh.
Oh.
Manifest, Andrew, says Sandra.
Maybe.
Suzanne asked, Norman, did you win the gift certificate? Is that what it was for? Is a gift certificate?
For a ukulele?
For the bingo?
All right. How about these?
TRL 17. How about these? Are what?
These apples.
These apple.
Do you
Apple
know
of
where
your
that
eye.
comes from? And they're like, how about these apples?
How about them apples? No, I don't know where that comes from. Is this one of the things you research in the middle of the night?
Pop culture.
Pop culture. How about them apples?
It's a movie.
Does anybody know? Anna also said pyrite is good.
I got it out.
I was going to say, get one out, put one back. Get one out, put one back. Goodwill Hunting, says Barbara.
Correct. See, Barbara knows.
Is it really that recent?
It may be something new, but that's where it became popular.
How about them apples? I thought that was like so much older than that.
Well, maybe it is, but he gets that number of that girl, Minnie Driver, and then he goes, and that one dude who's trying to show off.
How much for these apples?
Them apples is $8.
For the whole lot?
Yeah.
Oh.
Vintage.
Vintage. Good show. I'm a trivia beast, says Barbara.
Oh,
nice.
I know a lot of stuff, but not quickly.
Norma says, today was the last day to turn in the bingo sheet. I don't know when they will announce the winner. Norma says, I'm terrible at trivia. Me too, Norma. I can never think quick enough.
I know a lot of stuff, but not quickly.
So these have like a little star on them.
They're wonderful.
And I'm trying to figure out where's the hole? Where's the hole? They're diagonal. So the hole is like this. And these are vintage check with these beautiful stars. And you get the whole lot of them. They are about, I know my caliper's dead, but I'm going to eyeball it. 8 millimeters. About 8 millimeters. Vicky says, hi, Michelle. When it's really hot, it makes me tired too. Michelle says, on multiple meds that get affected from the heat and sun really messes me up. TR7 is a cool shape. You mean 17? This one? Or did you mean 7? Because 7 was those, it was
Tango.
those tango beads. So that's 2.
Right,
Jeopardy was just on, so I'm already turned in, says Barbara.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Multiple. Or Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious up here. TRL. What are these? 18. How much for these? 8 as well?
I could do 8 as well.
These are really nice.
Vintage.
I have those in black. Very cool, says Anna.
Which one?
The little star beads?
Yeah.
These are like a wine red or purple. Amethyst, wine.
They're kind of like a garnet.
They are just like a garnet, actually.
But they're glass.
And then these are opalescent blue. There's some opaque ones in here, but mostly these like opalescent blue flowers.
Flower.
They look like a flower to me.
That's called a melon.
Okay, it's a melon. That's true. It is a melon. And these ones are approximately 8 millimeters again. Nor says I meant TRL 17. Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
Yeah, more vintage.
More vintage. You asked for some vintage stuff, so there's vintage. Oh, look at those. Oh, he threw in some different size things in there. How much for that lot? TRL. So 6? 4?
6. I can do 5.
5? Right in the middle. All right, TRL 17 has sold. Thank you so much. That's the stars. So I'm going to take those away because those are gone now. TRL 18 is still available, and TRL 19, let me show you those. I'm going to put these away. Make sure to seal up these bags. So these are these little beads. It's a mix of that and these. Vintage check. TRL 19, only $5 for that. TRL 18, you get all of these. And let me show you those up close. Look at that. Really pretty. Look at them together. Look at them glowing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Very pretty. And then these ones, I'll show you too.
This one might have some.
Kimberly says, oh wow, spider coins. They do look like spider coins.
This one may have some mixed in that's not the same, but.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Aren't these pretty?
These are pretty.
Pretty juicy.
Pretty juicy. They're like tourmaline, watermelon tourmaline juicy. TRL 20. How much for those? Do 6? Are they check?
Yeah, but they're the pink ones. So
oh, they're going to be more expensive. So, like 7? How about 7? We'll do them at 7. Just sold 19. Multiple 19s. And this is 20. Look at those. You know, if they have pink, they have gold in them to make the pink.
At least the old ones.
The old ones, the vintage.
They have other.
They have modern ways.
I'm trying to find a hot pink enamel.
Oh.
And that is not really a thing.
So these are about 6 millimeters by about 5 millimeters, and they're faceted. Michelle says, we are trying a new ice cream company is Rebel. It's supposed to be lactose-free, sugar-free, keto. Hope it tastes good. We got chocolate chip mint. I've heard of Rebel. Vicky says, let us know what you think about it. I've seen it in the store. So have I. I think I almost got it at one point because it was
Healthy.
lactose-free. Because sometimes that bothers you. 20 has just sold. Thank you so much.
How about this?
So 19 and 20. 18 is still... The blues? The blues are still available, though?
Oh.
Let me put these away real quick. 19 is sold. Okay.
Did you see Williams Pottery?
Oh, I didn't even talk about... We didn't talk about... We're having a sale in the online store.
For the 4th.
For the 4th, the Independence Day sale. So July 4th with the PH is the discount code to save 25% off of the online store. We wanted to entice people to go look at our new website. So hopefully you'll check that out. I did make a banner for that though.
Oh,
There it is.
More. I have to pick it out.
Okay, this is a slightly different color. Oops, 2 of those were still left. So 25% in the online store using discount code July 4th. And that'll go through the weekend. We started that early because, well, we had a new website to debut. And so
Here you go.
we wanted to do that. And then, thank you, Suzanne. And then I debuted my new pottery in the online store. You want to do those for 7 too?
Sure.
I debuted my new pottery pieces in the online store. Most of my new stuff. I think there's 1 or 2 here that I didn't get a picture of, but those are now available in the online store with this discount, with the sale. I debuted them during a sale. What am I thinking? But I did. So
here, give me the triangle.
So this is TRL 21, and it is a lighter pink color. Try and hold those up for you. This lighter pink. And this is going to be TRL 22 at $7 for this AB finished. So it's kind of more similar to this color. It's a little bit more brown, but it has an AB finish. So yeah, my pottery's available in the online store on sale right now. So I debuted that today, the new website today, the 4th of July sale starts today. And if you're on our email list, you may have already found that out. And I did put up some stuff on social media too.
All right, I don't want to pick these little ones out. So I'm just gonna put it all together.
Little melons, green, well, Givre melons. Ooh. These are kind of twisty melons. They've got a unique look about them. And then you also get these beads with them because we're not separating them. Norma says, there's one of your pots I love the glaze on so much, I may need to buy it despite the pottery overload already in my house. Well, I would really, that would make me very happy, Norma, if you, because I know, if you, yeah, well, just because I know that you don't buy because of that. And if something is so nice that you have to buy it, that would mean a lot to me. It means a lot you said that anyway, whether you do or not. How much on these? I'm gonna do 8 because that's a bigger pile.
Bigger handful.
Yeah. And this is TRL 23 for those. Let's see. So 20 has sold. Let me set this. Let's see. 20 is sold, so I'm going to pick that one up.
What else do you want?
Yeah, what else y'all? Andrew has been finding you some stuff.
I have pyrite and carb beads still on the docket.
Pyrite and carb beads still in the queue.
Here's this.
What is it? Okay, let me get these first. 20. My dad, who loved to do unusual glazes, would really like your recent work. Thank you. I'm having fun. Let's see, 23. That one has sold. So let me pick this one up. That's the green meanies there. I like those a lot. It's a good choice, if I do say so myself. Which one are you thinking of, Norma? Which one do you like the most? Which one has you tempted? Is it the one that has the beige and the pink and purple with the up and down lines? Okay, move these ones over and get you a price. Can you use the cups as mugs, says Suzanne. Everything is food safe. I will say that let me write this. I can't talk and write at the same time. What's the word? The Engobe is not necessarily dinnerware safe. So the Engobe that's on some of them, that's not covered in glaze, could get nicked up if you were like, you can't use it with forks and knives and things like that. But it's all food safe. So technically, yes, you can use all the cups as mugs, and you should be fine. I like tumblers myself, which is why I make a lot of things the way I do without any handles. But I am working on some new mugs coming up. The one that's navy at the top, blue squiggles in the middle, and greenish at the bottom. Oh, yeah, that one. I like that one. All right. Let's see here if any other ones have sold so far. These are all still available. 24 is the green. TRL 25.
Is anybody going to come visit at Peters
8
Valley?
on this one.
I don't know who
And
signed up to take that class.
TRL 26. How much you want on these? You think 8 is good, or you want to do 10? That's a little. 8's fine. Okay.
How about these?
Can't see these ones yet. TRL 27. I'm gonna do. You think 8 on those or 6? I'm gonna do 7 on those. Those are blacks. I also like the one that's orange at the top with the dark bottom. Yeah, I like the orange one too, with the little swirlies. Vicky says, I just took a quick look at your website. I love the vibe of the homepage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me move some of these into sight for y'all.
Oh, did you tell them about the idea I had?
I don't know. Did I?
No. So there's
pick
so
up
we
21.
were watching this show
We'll pick
about
up
this
18.
young couple who accidentally bought a house.
Oh, that one.
It was like, I don't know where it was, like Scotland or somewhere. What do we done did or something. And it was this house that they kind of found, like accidentally bought. They were trying to get an apartment in Glasgow, but I guess the dude looked like he was probably high when he was doing it. And anyway, so they ended up with this house, and it was like fall down the mountain kind of house. And so they had somehow convinced people to come and work on the house for free, and they would provide food, like room and board.
Which,
but it was like the room was like a tent.
It was a tent outside in the weather, pretty much.
And they would like cook campfire meals, and they still had people who did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So-
when I was at Penland, I did work study, and I actually had a really good time. And but I mean, it was a lot of work, but I had a good time. And they're starting a new thing called the Pine Scholarship, where people will work for 1 week, and then the next week they have a class, or maybe it's like 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks on, and then 2 weeks class, because the classes are a little bit longer
Okay.
usually there.
So these are the ones that I've shown y'all. I'm putting back since no one has gotten, and then we're going to move on to the ones that I've not gotten a chance to show you yet.
And then I think we'll try to maybe do that.
So this is
Why are you getting rid of everything?
because I haven't shown them these yet.
We'll put them on there.
I need room. There's not enough room.
Huh.
This is TRL 24.
What if they want to mix and match though?
This is 24, everybody.
And so we were thinking about doing that for Star Cottage.
Yeah.
Can do like a week of classes, and then there's like a week of work.
This is TRL 25. These are these blue faceted rondelles,
And then somebody was
multicolor
like, what
blue.
about labor laws? I said, let's maybe try it so that we don't get the government involved.
These are 8mm. And this is TRL 25.
Like, why not go register everything?
TRL. Yeah, let's just have some friendly exchange of ideas and help.
And don't hurt yourself.
Right.
That's about it.
TRL 26 are these awesome beads. These are all vintage Czech. Barbara says, I would do it.
All right, when you want to come?
He's booking appointments now.
Yeah.
TRL 26, $8 only for all of those. And TRL 27
What do you want to eat?
are
Start cooking now.
start cooking now, all that vegetarian food. Hope you're a vegetarian, everybody.
Yeah, I'm not cooking meat for you. That's a thing that you have to do on your own.
And these are these black vintage Czech tubes, faceted, and these are approximately I'm going to say 6mm by about 12. 6 by 12. And let me see if I can move these up and make room. Andrew's wanting y'all to be able to mix and match more. Let's see. All right, let's move these up. Do y'all have any questions on any of these?
You have room for one more handful?
Yeah, I'm making room right now. And look at all these little Czech glass leaves. How much you want for those?
Well, whatever.
TRL, what am I on? 28. And I'm going to put these at 8. I think that's a really good price for all those Czech glass leaves. TRL 28. You get them in all different colors.
Now, because they're vintage, they smell a little bit like vinegar.
They've been washed in vinegar.
That's the old-timey Eloise recipe for antibacterial.
We've sold the 26, so I'm going to remove that. Those are those blue faceted diamonds.
Oh, you like those?
Yeah, those
All right,
sell.
what else do I want? I'm gonna run out of steam. I need that thrill, that dopamine hit.
The dopamine hit of manifesting things.
I know. Just like sit down and be quiet is not. I get sleepy.
What did you find? Oh, look at how pretty those are.
Rounds, but not boring.
Look at those rounds, y'all.
Vintage.
Vintage. How much you want for those? You don't care, do you?
No, not at all.
He doesn't care.
It's not that I don't care. I just am more interested in other things.
TRL 29. I'm going to say 10 on those because those are a lot of them and they are interesting. Little rounds. The holes go that way, top to bottom. And TRL 29. All right, let's see. Anything else?
I got carved, I got pyrite.
Got carved pyrite.
Somebody said lapis, but it's not going to show up if it hasn't shown up in the last. Well, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
We have been moving stuff around.
I know.
Always moving stuff around.
You never know.
You never know. Okay. All right. Anybody need a recap of any of these? These are these leaves. I didn't show you them outside of my
Some
hand.
of those are really pretty. They're opalescent.
Yeah, and these ones are not leaves. These are a table cut kind of cross looking bead. I don't know if you can see that, how it, there it is, like that. And then you get these leafies, and then these leafies, vintage check. And then I think these blues are super pretty. The multicolor blue faceted rondelles, vintage check. And then this batch of green and kind of almost teal-like beads. Oh, no, these are...
I need to raise some money for my trip, and I'm debating about what to do as my limited runs. Because usually I do little paintings, but I kind of feel like a lot of you all have a lot of my little paintings already.
You've
And
used up your little painting quotas.
I don't know, maybe.
What all would you all like?
I was like, I'll make a limited run of something. Here's some more.
Okay, hold on. 29 and 28 have sold. Thank you so much. Oh, if you like 29, you might like 30. TRL 30. We're going to do 10 on this one as well. Let me move this one over. Since 28 sold, I'm going to move that over. And this is 30. Look at these little watermelon rounds. Look at those. Are these vintage check?
They're vintage, but I don't know.
Yeah, those. I don't know that those are check for sure.
Because those are different.
Yeah, those Indian or Czech Susanna. Yep.
Probably not Indian. They may be Chinese.
Or Korean.
The Millefiori.
Yeah, because those blue ones we had with the Millefiori in them were Korean. At least that's what they were marked.
Experience with Korean beads.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Because I do know that those, the blue ones that everyone loved.
Lotus bead from Anchoy that just came out.
What's that mean?
You know, I haven't gotten an Anchoy bead in probably since the wedding time.
28, 29, 25, and 30 have
so
sold.
It's been about since 2021.
Oh, I haven't bought your love since then. Is that what you're saying?
You've done something.
Oh, I need to step up, is what you're saying?
You know.
Do I know? I sure do know.
It's called a user agreement.
A user agreement.
Correct.
Did I sign a user agreement?
No, it was a verbal contract.
It was a verbal contract.
With a handshake. And more than a handshake. Exchange of bodily fluids.
Suzanne says, I don't know much about Korean beads.
That's me neither.
Anna's laughing. Oh boy, y'all. 20, okay, so 29 has sold.
Stuff? It's
28
weird.
has sold.
Let's do some weird. How about some different kind?
Different kind? Was that in your vowels? I don't recall that, Susanna. That was pre-vowels. That was
We didn't get to make our own vowels.
He got like an Anchoy bead every month for the first.
I told him when we got together, I said, you can buy my love with Anchoy beads.
And I did. I kept it going
And I
for
told
quite a
them-
while.
I
And
told-
then she started making them less.
That was, yeah.
And 25 has sold. Thank you so much.
You want some weird fuzzy nuts?
Who wants fuzzy nuts? We've got fuzzy
This
nuts.
kind of reminds me of like little cat balls.
Hairballs.
No, they're little testicles
Oh,
before they got fit.
before they got fixed. Anybody need some kitty testicle beads?
You never know. People are so creative.
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying it's exactly what they look like, and you never know
You know,
what people want.
everyone's so creative.
We had 2 of these. We sold 2 of these ones, but
Nobody wanted the opalescent.
I want you an anchovy bead, says
I want-
Suzanne.
I want you and you gave me one. You bought my love.
Yep. See, people know. People know. Okay, so these 2 are still available. We'll leave them up. TRL 31.
There's some more coming.
How much are these, and what
I
are
have
they?
No idea. They're like flocked.
They are
plastic.
flocked. Yeah, they're super light.
And they look like little cat balls.
They do.
This is what happens after they get neutered.
You turn them into beads.
Look at that
Oh
one.
my
That one
goodness.
had big balls.
Yeah, it did.
Some low hangers.
That was a little tiger.
Barnaby.
Look at all these. How many of these you got? That's a lot of cats.
I know.
Look at them all. How much you want for these?
$8.
$8 for the whole lot.
You think that's good?
I think that's low, but for something that's so weird.
I don't know. I don't know if people would like that or not.
So these ones are about just about 20 millimeters, and these ones are about 23 by 32. Chris is okay. I can never look at those the same again.
You should like those. They're so
LMAO.
different.
They are very different. They could be little coconuts, right?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Little
Put the
coconuts.
lime and the
Put
coconut.
the lime. We had vintage lime
Look,
beads the other
look,
day.
Look to the.
There you
there's
got
some
that
lime.
too. We also had the vintage lime beads the other day. So
Wouldn't that be cute with some of that white Japanese glass we had?
the lime and the coconut.
You know what? There's certain designers, like Miriam Haskell. If you look at her work, she has some really unusual combinations and stuff, and she's got like acorns and stuff in her jewelry. And she was like one of the like most well revered kind of almost like a status symbol.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the coconut sold.
Oh, thanks.
Yours says I didn't until you called them cat balls. Ha ha ha. Well, they sold already. Somebody wanted them.
They make a teddy bear out of that.
That is what they look like, though. Oh
Well,
my goodness.
never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment at Allegory Gallery when Andrew's around. You got more? Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought like round 2 cat balls.
No, these are like that'd be like armor cat balls.
Yeah, look at these.
They're wire covered plastic. It's like knitted or crochet. I don't know what that is. Probably knitted.
Anybody doing some knights?
There's some interesting. I'm like, I don't know how. I've not really seen that before.
No.
To be honest.
So what do you want to price those at? 10? 12?
Just do 10.
10?
Maybe 8.
What?
8.
Okay, the price already went down to 8. Didn't even try it at 10.
No, whatever.
Whatever. Here's our lucky penny so you can see size.
Do we have any other requests?
Anybody making any requests? I don't think I saw any unless I missed them. Say them again if I missed them.
Carved beads.
Carved beads, pyrite. The larger ones of these are about 26 millimeters. And then the smaller ones of these. Wait, was that really 26?
What about this one? Cute.
No, 21. 21 millimeters. This is hard to read. 21 millimeters by about 17. 17 for the smaller. We just sold 32 as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Those are real different.
Those are real different. You just have the one of these?
What?
This one? Whoops, missed it.
Yeah. You want some metal beads?
You said that with such enthusiasm. You want some metal beads? TRL 33. How much for this little one? This is a
little glass breast cancer awareness for them.
$2?
Sure.
$2 for whomever can use it. Breast cancer awareness. It's painted through the back.
That's intaglio. Intaglio, I guess, since we're doing Italian.
Intaglio.
I'm going to take how to do intaglio at Haystack.
Yes.
Does anybody have any ideas about how I can make money that's legal? I'm not above a little bit illegal.
Not above a little illegal.
But within reason, because I doubt anybody's gonna want Happy Dumpling style.
What do you got here?
Some
Happy Dumpling style.
Let's clear the board. I'm done.
Oh, now I can clear it? All right. First I can't, then I can. Okay.
Never a dull moment. Well, you're just gonna have to come up with some maybe I'll line up some friends for you.
For who? For me?
So that you don't have to do the lives alone.
Do them all by myself for a month? It's gonna be a long month.
It'll be great. You'll like it.
I'll like it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do, y'all?
We have a whole building full of beads.
There may be some things that go missing while you're away.
Don't threaten me. I can threaten too.
I'm just saying.
Play that game too. 4,
I'm just saying. I might need to dig into some
8, 10,
reserves.
11. All right. Reserves.
Okay.
So
11 of them, you said?
And they're in little bags of 6. What do you think about that?
$2? $3?
Like $1.
Oh.
These are these base metal.
$1.
$1.
So that's, let me show you what these look like outside of the bag. These little leafy beads, and they are $1, 11 lots available. $19. $19. $1 again. These all for $1.
It's kind of like rounding, because I'm gonna have some bigger ones coming up, and those ones should be more. And instead of charging it and having 50 different prices.
Oh, $1.
This is 35. I didn't hear any more requests. How am I going to be funny if y'all don't give me material to work with?
You don't think you're funny enough on your own?
Nah.
He's like, nah. He's like, I need help.
7. These ones are neat.
Oh, those are big for $1. You're
I
right.
don't know. They're like an octopus of the waves. Does anybody want these?
Sold some at 34.
Okay. None at 35.
I think it's also delayed. You gotta count for the delay. Okay, so this is 36. Look at these, y'all. These are some nice beads. 36. Bags of 6. $1.
I have 14 of these.
14 of those.
Those are so cool. They're like kind of remind me of a pomegranate. This busted.
Busted open.
Correct.
Verging at the seams.
Nobody's giving me ideas of how I can raise money for my trip.
No one did that either.
How am I going to pay for gas all the way to Maine?
Yeah,
And
how
then
are
down
you?
to North Carolina.
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna watch the account drop. You better find a way.
I know, you. That's your job.
Me? That's my job?
You gotta keep it afloat.
Keeping everything afloat.
Enjoy.
While you go have fun.
Well, yeah.
Pins,
Alright.
says Suzanne. How many of
There's
those?
6.
6 of these ones.
These ones are neat. I hope
Oh,
these sell out.
What are we doing here? We did some 34, 36, another 36. People like those big ones for that money. Suzanne says make some pins.
What kind?
Ooh, these are cool. Those are probably going to sell out. Look at that. Those little stars. They're pointy too. Nice large holes in there. Star beads. Got 6 of those available. TRL 38.
There's 7 of these ones.
7 of those ones. Okay. TRL 39. Are these? Ooh, these are cool. Look at those.
There's 8 of these ones.
How many more you got? Let's see, we sold a bunch. Wait, 38. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 38s did we have? Only 6 of those. So we've got 2 left of 38. So this is 39. Vine pins, says Suzanne.
I only have 3 of these. One of this.
So TRL 41. 3 of those. TRL 42. 1 of those. TRL 43.
Yeah, 3 of those.
3 of those.
That bag is kind of janky though. Don't worry about it.
TRL 44.
These ones I don't want to sell.
Okay. So that would be something else then.
Maybe.
Okay, where am I at here? 40 was one I haven't showed you yet. Cicada pins, possum pins, vine pins. What are the difference on these and these? Size. These ones are a little bit smaller. So if you like 34, you might like 40 because they're similar with that leafy design on a barrel like that, but these are larger. Move this up here. 9, 40, 41. Anybody need a recap of any of these? Let me know. These are cool. These are kind of like little crowns. They are little crowns.
Well,
Yeah, they're little.
cute.
Yeah, they've got the bottom studded. They go
That'd
to
be
the top.
cute for a little cat.
Right.
Little king kitty.
King kitties.
No kings, but cat.
Queen kitties. So that's TRL 41. There's only 3 of those. 42. There's just 1 of these. TRL 42. Just this one. These are super cool. And $43. Wait a second. What's going on here? No, that's that. That was that. Okay, here's 43. Sorry, everybody. Getting confused. 43, you get more of them, but they're small. And they're these tiny, tiny little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get double the number in those. And that's TRL 43. And there are 3 of
Kind of
those.
like a vine.
Like those ones. All right, y'all.
How do y'all feel?
Y'all like these? You need to see anything else? Oh, there come a bunch of requests. 41. How many 41s did we have? 3 of those. 41 has sold out. Thank you. 42 has sold out. Thank you. 43 has sold out. Thank you. No, I'm so yes. Yeah. I'm right. I'm right. Okay. Now, let me start putting these away.
Alright, what else y'all want? I don't know. How do y'all feel? Keep going?
Well, I'm okay. We're at 43. If you want to go to maybe 50 tonight, maybe not. Because I know you've got work to do too. We haven't really done that in a while. Huh?
Huh? Relax.
I know.
Who are you?
Who are
Don't be
you?
wild.
Don't be wild.
Alright. Where's Ian? He always has fun suggestions.
No.
Meet Charlie.
Charlie, we're not on Instagram.
How come we're not on Instagram anymore?
It never goes to Instagram. I haven't tried it here in the last week or so. But before, it was not working.
Wow. What things to make? I can maybe make some things.
Make some things. Yeah, you could definitely make pens. Although, would you run into your issues if you made pens?
Huh?
Would you run into those issues you were having?
I don't know.
get around those issues. Let's see here. Oh, I really like 37. Did 37? Did we sell a lot of 37? Oh, yeah. We sold 7 of 37. We still have 7 of them left, but they're super cool. Thank y'all for grabbing those little spacer beads and pewter beads. Remember, having a sale in the online store, 25% off everything in the online store. Go check it out. Let us know what you think of the new look. Hopefully y'all like it. Hopefully I don't get too much negative feedback. So far it's all been positive. We appreciate that.
I hope there's no negative feedback.
Yeah, constructive feedback if you have any.
I know, but if you're just going to be sassing your mouth, I'm going to shut it down.
Ah! He's not afraid to tell it tonight.
No.
He might need a relaxation night tonight.
You
He's getting sassy tonight. Truth telling?
Truthy tonight?
Truthy?
Alright, what do y'all want? This is going to be a painful if you have some audience participation.
What's everybody looking for?
I got car beads.
Car beads. Did you find any car beads yet? Did you find any pyrite yet?
Definitely don't find any lapis.
Definitely didn't find any lapis yet.
I bet there is some.
There has to be nice lapis around here
You know
somewhere.
what it is? We do these lives and we put something in like a plastic bag that doesn't sell, and then you never know what's in the plastic bag.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
I'm trying to convince Ren to come back before they head back to Texas. So that before they go to Greece or whatever they're doing.
So they can do it over
I
again.
know. Oh well, that's why.
Hey, yeah. What are these? We're not doing these as little bows.
Well, nah, that's kind of that.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the one you said no to, or if you were waiting on me. Did the cats take the lapis?
Maybe.
Julie says more interesting shaped 2-hole beads.
No, and we didn't really sell them.
We sold some, but not enough for Andrew to be interested in it.
Nah, we sold like 2.
Some like 2, y'all.
So what else y'all like?
What
I guess
else?
I can look for interesting 2-hole beads.
Yeah, you might find something other than seed beads.
What other than seed beads?
You just said interesting 2-hole beads. Didn't say it had to be seed beads.
Oh, interesting. You know, maybe we'll.
Maybe.
You know what I've been sitting on for a long time?
What?
These paper beads.
Oh, are you ready to let them go?
Yeah, I don't care anymore. They are kind of spendy though, so I don't know how y'all feel about this.
Okay. These are big strands, though.
They're $30.
Huge strands.
No, don't make a thing of it though, unless people say they're interested.
Oh.
I don't want to end up ruining my display.
For nothing. Are people interested in these? They would be $30 a strand.
But they're big.
Yeah, these are.
And we're not making, look.
That was the price.
I upselled you 5 cents.
5 cents for the inflation from the 90s until now.
These kind of look like my beads that I made that one time.
They do. They look like your rose beads.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody interested in these?
And we have different colors, so hold this.
Hold this. We have the purple and gold. We have the black, white, and gold. We have a multicolor strand. We have a brown and gold. We have hey, there's lapis, blue and gold.
Not 6mm though.
No, it is not.
This is pretty. It's kind of like a reddish brown with gold.
And the black and gold, and the white with gold.
Ivory.
Ivory
and
and gold. Is anybody interested in those? They would be $30 a strand. And the strands, I don't have a ruler large enough.
And they're already, if you want to just wear them as a necklace, you can just wear them as a necklace.
You can. They've got, like, there's that little pendant on them.
I wonder how many beads if this is a mala.
Let me do a quick count. Let's see here. 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 108.
That is a mala.
Yep. 108 beads, not counting
The guru bead.
these beads.
That's called a guru.
These ones?
That's a guru.
This pendant, yeah. The point. But not counting
Anyway,
the two
you
on the side.
wanted 2-hole beads? I got you 2-hole beads.
Alright, he's going to do it. Yeah, this is really cool, but nobody seems to want those. So,
Alright, here you go.
okay. What we got here? 2-hole beads. 2-hole beads. Where are we at? TRL 44. TRL 44. These at $2. There's only one of these available.
Did we have these before?
Hmm?
We may have had these before.
I feel like we did.
These are different. These are this one. They call these gems. Somebody else had another name for them. I can't remember.
How many of? There are 2 of each of those ones.
And the one
Star or moon beads, asked Anna.
star or moon beads.
Okay, so these ones are 45. There's only 2 lots of those available. These are 46. These kind of ambery pinky ones. These are really pretty. There's only 2 of these. And TRL 47. There are 2 of these ones. And it's those. $2 a lot. 2 lots of these last 3. 1 lot of the blue only available. We've sold 44. That's the 1 lot of the blue. Thank you. We call that blue marble. Opaque blue marble. And these are approximately 6 by 6. 6 by 6 gems. We just sold one of the 46s as well. Thank you so much. We've still got one of those available. Oh my goodness. That rain just started all of a sudden. That's the way it's been like. It's just been like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, pouring down rain. Okay, so the 46, we've sold one of those. We still have a 45, which are these kind of blue, silver, and gold, or blue, gray, and gold ones. And then these ones, which are they? They're a travertine. Travertine. Anis's can certainly hear that rain. Yeah, it's wild, right? Wild. Any other requests, everybody? We've got 16 people watching. If 16 people each put a request in, that would keep Andrew pretty busy. Everybody throw out one request. How about it? Now he's not sure that's what he wants. But I think it would be fun. We see what we can get. Kimberly just said moons and stars. Celestial Anna just said stars or moons.
Is it going to be like variation on a
I know everybody's gonna say, how about some suns and some stars and some 6mm lapis? Neon, says Michelle. Okay, everybody else. That's 3 people so far. I've got 13 more people that need to give out a request. Find something weird, y'all. Something weird. Something you've been looking for. You're like, I don't know if I'll ever find this. Andrew might have it for you.
What market are people getting stuff from market?
Are people getting stuff from markets? Andrew asked if you couldn't hear him. Are y'all getting stuff from markets? Are you doing markets? Anybody doing markets? I know some of you out there are doing markets. Vicky says barn owls or raven, charms or cabs. Anna says aliens or UFOs.
I don't really have that.
He doesn't have that. Suzanne says opalite or unikite.
Oh, I got opalite.
You got some nice opalite around.
Oh, do I got some opalite?
See, now he's, look at that energy. Boom, right there.
Let me tell you.
Kimberly says, I'm doing that Sunday market.
Oh, that's nice.
Suzanne says, no, too hot for outdoor markets. No indoor markets around there? Sometimes here we have some indoor ones. Anna says, manifest it.
Market?
I'm at the beach most days, says Michelle. Are you selling on the beach?
Yeah.
At the so you're going to Venice Beach most days?
I thought it was somebody else.
Yes, that's why I didn't think that she was doing it because she has a helper, a friend does it. Michelle says my partner does. That's what I thought. So your stuff, you mean meaning your stuff is at the beach most days. I was like, are you going to the beach most days? Isn't that
nice? Except it's hot where you are.
Mm-hmm. Suzanne says, yeah, but the good ones are outdoors.
Maybe.
Make it the good ones by being there, right? All right.
How about this? Some make it neon. How about some neon appetite?
Neon appetite. How much for that little strand? 8?
No, more like 14.
14. See, you got me going low. Spooky, says Anna.
Spooky.
Everybody getting ready for spooky time already?
Halloween is life.
Halloween is life for
That's
some of y'all.
Right. Gertie is love.
Gertie is love. This is Neon Appetite Pebbles, $14 for the strand, 1 strand available. Beautiful little neon apatite. It's kind of neon, right? It's in the name. Year round, says Anna. Year round. That's like Penn State does the callback. We are Penn State. And
If you say that in a bar in Pennsylvania, generally speaking,
somebody is going to scream it back. We are Penn State. Oh, how are the girls doing, Susanna? They are great. They are. We were talking about them a little bit earlier in the show. They're being very, very loving to me, but I also spoil them rotten.
I don't.
No, Andrew does not. So they are. They're like purring machine. They crawl up on me and purr all over me.
I'm a last resort daddy. I guess there's no room over white daddy.
When white daddy's all full up, they go over to golden daddy.
That's fine. Sloppy second daddy.
Sloppy second daddy. Oh, but that's only because I give them treats.
He's called pushover daddy.
I am pushover daddy, 100%.
I'm not. They're like, can you share? No.
He does not share his food with them.
No.
He does not share.
You know what else, though? I also don't get them trying to swarm me when I'm trying to eat.
Yeah, they do swarm me. They try and take my food from me.
Did you notice how they don't do that to me?
Oh, I know they don't do that to you. None of our kids have ever. Well, Babette sometimes. For donuts. She got some too sometimes. But the rest of them do not get things from Andrew. Yeah. And they know it, so they don't even bother him when he's eating. When I sit down to eat, it's like a swarm. It's like, oh, attack white daddy. They come up behind me and try and sneak up behind me. One of them will distract me from the front while another one comes over my shoulder. They're learning too well. But they're pretty dang cute, so they get away with a lot. Today they about had me maxed out, though.
Yeah, you were getting fed up.
Yeah, they were. I couldn't even sit down to work without having about 4 cats around me at any.
Knocking all your stuff down.
Knocking my stuff down, almost knocked my pottery over on the floor. It was a little bit too much because I was working a lot from the house today. Because I wanted to spend some time with them, but they got wild.
You know what? What number are we
on? We did 48.
Can you find 2 to something, and then we'll exit out for...
You didn't find any opalite?
I have it somewhere. I just saw it, but I have to dig around.
Okay. Find 2 of something. How about the... I'm going to do these. We've never done these, I don't think, before.
You're messing up my display.
I'm only going to sell 1 or 2. Don't worry.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. In this one, there's multiple. This could move right there and it'd be the same. Don't worry about it.
No.
See, you did, though. You did. You asked and you received.
I'm not receiving anything.
I'm going to do these. Ragazzi. Let's see. Three strands of these. And let me see.
I just found some turquoise, but Charlie's not here, so I feel bad about Charlie.
So this is 49. This is some wild vintage Czech glass. Look at these. Vintage Czech. They're that blue with a purple metallic. But look at these drops. Like, I rarely see drops like this. And they're not too whole. There you go. So that's TRL 49. I got 3 of those available. And
I need a pet.
what do you need that for?
Gonna work with some chemicals.
Maybe
I can get that at Dollar General tomorrow.
What size of one? Little? Not like turkey baster size?
Not turkey based, just little. In theory, I have some somewhere.
I'm just going to say, I can't believe we don't. We've sold 1 of 49 so far. These are really interesting. The 49, I've not seen stuff like that before. And then TRL 50, we'll do $5 a strand on this. And I've got 3 of these. These are vintage check, kind of little blue shell beads, but they're a different kind of shape. And you get that strand, $5 for those. TRL 50. And that's the show? Question mark? Andrew?
Yeah, I got this.
Okay. That's the show, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow with something else. But remember, if you go into our online store right now, you can save 25% off everything in the online store using discount code July 4th. That'll go through the weekend. But please do take a look at our online store. Let us know what you think of it. Be happy to see what people think. I hope I'm happy to see what people think. And I hope you all like it. Because all the products are not right on the home page, they are in the shop menu, or you can always use the search bar. If there's something you're looking for in our online store, you can always search for it. We try pretty hard to make sure there's lots of keywords and lots of good descriptors for things. So check that out if you can or want to. Help us out. And then also, I just put my new pottery in the online store. So if there's something you have been looking at from some of my pottery reviews or pottery debuts that I've been showing, they are now in the online store and ready to be purchased. You can save the 25% off of those. I specifically did it today so that you could save a little bit extra right now. And help us out checking out the online store, make sure everything works, make sure it looks good. And that's it. Thank you all so much. Have a great night, and we'll be back here with something else tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. See ya.